Costa Rica. I mean, man, it has always been our dream, you know, or especially my dream to really live somewhere where it's warm and tropical and all these things. But you know, when I was long time ago, I traveled as a backpacker and stuff like that. Maybe at that point it really grew on me, and that was what I wanted, right? And so finally, years later, we managed to do this. And here some building construction stuff, and you know, because we actually really decided to stay here. Now, not that long ago, we find ourselves in Phoenix, Arizona, in the United States, because we were invited to talk on an event to, you know, share what we do, how we became a digital nomad, and all this kind of stuff, right? So we went there, and that was the first time in. Oh, there's the other dog, 2 doggies here. Look, you know, that was the first time, guys, for me in I think 7 months that I went home, or not went home because I'm from the Netherlands, but when I went to the Western society in a way of wow. I mean, the traffic and it was hot, it was busy, and I was so happy to be back in Costa Rica. And that was the moment when we drove here on the peninsula where we live, and I smelled it, and I thought, yes, this is really where I want to live, right? So that is being said, so I thought, what are the pros and the cons of living in Costa Rica? Because it's not that perfect here, absolutely not. I mean, so one of the things is that I noticed when we were in Phoenix, for example, was that it was really so easy, everything. It was all so you know, organized. If you go to I don't know, maybe I don't know, I'm not really sure if that's the case in the United States, but I know that it is the case in the Netherlands where I'm from. And, you know, if you want something, if you need medical attention, it's there, it's arranged, the hospitals are clean. You know where you know, my car, you know, a lot of things about the car I fix myself. We drive a 45-year-old Range Rover. It's 100% mechanical. I can fix that. But now there was an electrical problem with the wiring, and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna take this away, right? In the Netherlands, you bring it to the garage. You call, and you can talk, and you know when it's finished tomorrow. Yeah, it's finished tomorrow, and then it's finished. Here, I bring it away on Friday, and I ask when it's finished. He said, just today or mañana. So now it's Tuesday. And I just actually got a message that it's finished. So that's great. It will always finish. It will be done. But it's you know, and you have to deal with that. That is something you definitely have to deal with. My son has a sort of I don't know, his skin something. So we need to do. I was in the town. So you pick him up from school and let's go to the clinic and see what we can do. From there, you know, in the clinic we have to go from one place to another place, to the doctor, to back to the desk, and then to another place, and then only to 2 hours later to figure out. The doctor said, "Oh, I'm on a break. I'll be back in 2 hours," and he never came back. And in the so all these things, and you know, in the Netherlands you have to wait for medical care as well, but it is more organized in a way that we are used to. I don't say this is good or bad. But this is, you know, the pros and cons. For me, that would be a con. You know, I'm used to a certain standard. And maybe if you are from a Western US or a Western society, you are used to a certain standard, and that is different. So that is definitely things. The pros and cons is that it goes faster, it goes slower. You're not always sure, and you have to adjust. So we are living in this tree house up here, and beautiful view. There's the ocean. If you're up on the balcony, you can see the ocean, and here's our pool in there, and that is definitely a pro because I'm from the cold Netherlands and it was freezing cold, and no pool out there or outside there, you know, guys. So I'm really, yeah, if I say pros and cons, and I can think of tons. The thing is that it is so different. It's a different culture. I mean, Spanish culture or Central American culture instead of the Dutch culture. Maybe food, but I don't miss the food. I like the food here, but you know, you really have to adjust. So if you be thinking about becoming digital nomad or living abroad and live the expat life in Costa Rica or expat life anywhere in the world, think about the culture changes and if you can deal with it. I don't miss anything from the Netherlands except that maybe things are organized and things are easy. If I forget something here, I have to drive 1 hour to town, you know, and hope that they get it, because if they don't and it's really important, I need to go to San Jose and that is a 5-6 hour journey. So these things, or the ritebe, the car check, you know, in the Netherlands I go to a garage, I bring my car away and they check it and they fix it and it's done. Here you have about 8 or 12 stations that do the checkup and you go there. It's a 4-hour drive, and then now I learned from it. Next time I have a mechanic just do it for me, but now I have to go back again because it was not accepted. So all these things add up, but to be honest, is it worth it to live an expat life? I say yes. Even if you just go for it and you decide after a year or 2 years, hey man, I'm going home because, you know, it's not for me. Super duper, as they say, right? But you never know if you do not try. So I think it's better to just go for it and then weigh the... So now we are here 9 months, and in September, we're here a full year. We're gonna sit as a family. And okay, are we gonna stay here or not? Well, how does it look like? Things need to change? And that is very important. So as a family, we decide how to work together. And of course, we as parents have a little bit more weight in there. And because to be honest, kids will go out of the house, right? In the end. So that being said, pros and cons, expat life here in Costa Rica has been treating us super well. We have great neighbors, we have a great experience, and we are in the process of buying a super beautiful piece of land, a mango farm. So you can hear my voice that, you know, we have land. That doesn't say that we have to stay here, but we buy land and we're gonna build a house here. And so you can imagine that all the pros and cons of expat life in Costa Rica, for us it's definitely more pros. So I hope this was helpful. If you want to ask me questions about expat life in Costa Rica, if you have questions about thinking about moving to Costa Rica and you have questions how we did it more, make sure to subscribe to our channel here, the Sunshine Family, because I'm gonna share everything that we go through and experience here in Costa Rica. It's just been a freaking journey and it's awesome, and we love to share. And if you have a specific questions, just reach out to me here. Put it in the comments below and ask me, you know, if we can help and maybe avoid the mistakes that we make. I will be very, very happy. So that being said, guys, talk soon and have an awesome day. Pura vida. Ciao.